Speaks, we're back in the building. Listen, it's another Wednesday, and I'm gonna make sure that I got my settings to where everybody will be able to see them. I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but anyway, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Twitch TV, and we're live on Facebook. And we've got the ladies in the house. We've got Jazzy Jasmine, and we got Rochelle. How y'all doing today?
Doing good, doing good.
Good, good.
Awesome, man. You and Jazz, y'all picked a. I'm saying this will be a great subject right here for real. Great topic. Great topic. So I'm excited, y'all. Give me just a second. Let me make sure that I'm on public. I don't know why I have to do this every time, but we're public now, so we ready to roll. Y'all had a great week, Jasmine. Shell.
Yeah, my week was pretty cool. What
Cool,
about yours?
man. I'm crunk as ever. Crunk as ever.
Y'all know my week
Yeah,
was good. Last time we talked, I was 39. Now
yeah.
I'm 40.
That's what I'm saying.
And now you four. Okay.
That's what I'm talking
40
about. What's up,
where?
Tamiko?
Where?
Oh man. So how I feel being 40? You crossing another milestone now, Shell.
I'm still gonna get these youngsters to run for their money with these meganese.
It's all
Hey
good.
Tamiko.
Yeah, that's Tamiko, y'all. But either way, hey, listen, we go jump right in. Listen, I believe the way to for people to respect what you got going. If you set a time, we need to be starting. And hey, they've been ready, so they waiting on me. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I hope we don't get kicked off by saying the words, but what they've wanted to speak about, and what I'm happy to join in and speak with them about is child support. I want to talk about the different phases of it. What's going on? What are your thoughts? What are your experiences? What do you think is right? What does the law say? Tennessee, Alabama, wherever. So I want to talk about this. I want to get in depth with it. So if y'all don't mind, just out of respect and how I like to do things, I like to let the ladies go first. So Jasmine, if you don't mind, what's on your mind about this topic, man? What's your experience has been like with it?
Well, for me, I feel like child support. Now, I'm not saying that nobody shouldn't be on child support, but I feel like if a man is doing what it is that he's supposed to be doing, um, it's a cordialship with the mother and the father when it comes to their children. Why put them on child support? Like, I remember seeing my daddy go through child support, and some men really can't afford to pay it. I remember having to visit my dad in jail because he was
Oh
maybe like
man.
a couple of hundred short on child support, license getting suspended. It's almost like the system is set up to make men like not thrive, to make them fail. Because a lot of men out here cannot afford it. I know men out here making six figures, and with the judge saying that they make six figures, they have to pay so much in child support that they don't even see their money.
Wow.
So I feel like if a father is doing what it is that he's supposed to do for his child, um, and he's not a person, you know that he's not a person that would change up once the divorce is finalized or whatever, just go on and let that be something that y'all had mutual. Like, don't even bring the system into it, because I feel like they look for us to be in the system when it comes to the child support whole scenario. So that's my outlook on it.
Wow. What you think, Shell? I agree too, Jasmine. I agree with you.
I fully agree with Jasmine saying. So before I say my spiel, I I I am a mother of two. I have rears higher than the Eiffel Tower,
Wow.
and I still am a strong advocate for fathers with the child support system. I know firsthand that, like how Jazz was saying, men can't afford to live based off of the judgment of child support fines and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, Depending on the majesty
Hey, Chris.
that hears your case,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
they will be extremely, either extremely helpful towards both parents, doing what they have to do, or they really just in it for the monopoly reasons. In my case, this judge told this man, well, since you never worked, I'm gonna give you the able-bodied man law. So my child support has always been set up for the lowest amount ever, even when both of my kids were under the age of 3. So it was times I went into child support court, and the men, you could, like, you're hearing the cases out loud. You're hearing how much you owe, how much is paid, who gets what, who makes the most money. And then they even do that too. They even, if a mother is doing well and the father, and she's making more money than the father, they taking that into account too. Some judges. So in my case, they said 342. So then when the judge called out for 2 kids, you could hear men in the back going, "Man, what? Man, I want your baby mama, 342." Because some men were in there for one child paying $700 to $900 per month for one child. And what Tennessee does is, like, they're going to juice the men that are financially stable to keep that system afloat. The deadbeats, it's just like MLGW. Like, the ones that pay their bills, they're gonna make sure they cut us off 3 minutes before the office closed if we accidentally forget to pay a bill. But the ones that they know always bills, like, lights get cut off, they don't worry about them. They worry about the ones that's footing into the company, the reliable ones, the responsible ones. So they do the same things to the dad in this child support court system. The ones that have great jobs, like Jazz said, some fathers 6 figures, they are taking these men to the cleaners with bleach. And the deadbeats, they have received a platform so big that the responsibility don't hit them. They don't care about not having no license, because they don't care about taking care of their kids. What's a piece of plastic to them? They don't care. But the men that are out here doing what they're supposed to do, they need that license to get to their job because they're responsible. So they're being held with all the scrutiny of the deadbeats. And I personally don't believe in the child support system. I don't. If you have to be arraigned for a court hearing to take care of a child that you made in privacy, something wrong.
You know what? I got to ask you a question. I agree with everything you said. Hey, Mimi. Hey, De'Ara. Hey, baby. Who else was on here? JK. Hey, everybody. Listen, you said something about an able man law.
Yes.
What is that?
Yes. So, okay. So if these spot, like, these men just as slick as these deadbeat women, but deadbeat women another time.
Hey, Vicky.
If a man has not worked enough to like, if he's on disability, for his kids to draw off his disability, like his work credits, or if this man just doesn't work, he's like a professional temporary worker. He goes in and out, and like soon as they start docking his pay, he quits. They will tack you with the able-bodied man law, which is giving you the minimum wage rate. Whatever minimum wage is, times 40. And they set your child support payments up based off of that. But it also goes against what the mother's makes. In my case, I have always made more. So my child support payments have always been like 342 for 2 kids, even when they was in diapers and in childcare.
Wow. So they do minimum wage. Well, you know what? Let me say this before I go any further. When I was on child support, I was on child support for 2 out of 3 of my children because one was of age. I think I was paying like $420 something, $460 something a month. Because I was an insurance agent and I wasn't hardly making no money, but I was honestly trying. But I told my children, I said, listen, in addition to what is going to your mom, let me know if y'all need anything. Don't ask her for nothing. And I wasn't saying that with an attitude. No, I'm saying I know they didn't hit me with the full strength because it was hard to judge, man. I was giving them what I was honestly making, and that's how they went by it. But I was telling them, listen, whatever else y'all need in addition, you come to me. And sometimes they would ask her for that. I get mad. Listen, that's not her responsibility. Y'all stay with her. Come to your daddy. I want to play a part. I wasn't mad when I got put on it. But I've seen Shell and Jasmine. I've seen men get taken down through there. Like it was one guy. We was getting our haircut by the same barber, and this dude was just in the barber shop and just out the blue, just verbally went crazy. He went cussing at them, but he was like, he was frustrated. He like, man, I make such and such. First off, before I go any further, if a man telling you how much his check is, he frustrated in that case. And that dude was like, man, I bring home such and such, because my whole check, like 95% of his check was like gone every week. And I'm like, man, he's like, man, I may see $200 a week. And I think the dude was making probably at the time, now mind you, this was probably early 2000s, late 90s. He was making $16, $17, $18. Back then, that was good money. And that dude's check was getting ate up. And I'm like, wow. And you can't judge, can't look at him and say, man, you don't love your children. Man, that dude was crazy about his children. And he was getting taken down through there. I done seen it. So I honestly, I'll say I got favor. To be honest with you, I got favor, but I would put extra money with that to my children. That was between me and them. But
and I feel like too, they have to look at the fact of when going through a divorce, you are, hold on one second.
What did she say? She'll say if they claim a disability, I know a dude only paying $2.
That's so true. That's so true.
What?
If your rears is up the roof and you just go take child support $2, they leaving you alone. You can pay $2, $3, and they leaving you alone.
I did not know that. What's up, cuz? What's up, Jay Nicole? I did not know that
either. Yes, it's like the system is set up for a deadbeat to win. And if you are on your business and about your business, that's who they pull from.
Wow.
Like you can literally tell these, take $2 down there to the receptionist window, and they will write you out a receipt for $2. And they would say, well, he's paying towards it. And if you go get a printout, like for the women that hear like the daddy say, I'm paying towards it.
Yeah.
The SOB not lying. But if you go get a printout of what he's paying towards, it's gonna probably be a whole lot of little small increment payments to leave, so they can leave him alone.
So I was gonna ask Jazz. I know you got something. I was gonna.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, how do they make money then? But y'all already said it. It's the ones that's making six figures and. Oh. Man.
Listen, like I'm talking from. I mean, and I'm pretty sure my husband won't care, but I'm talking from our standpoint. Yeah. Like, literally, I always didn't. I mean, I'll just say what Rochelle said. I've never believed in the child support system unless it is really needed, because I know it is some men out here that are really like lackadaisical with taking care of their children. But you also have these men out here where, like she said, if you do make the money, they think you got it. But even when going through a divorce, in the case of that, you take on all the debt. Mm-hmm. So on top of you taking on all the debt, you got to pay the child support. And it's like, okay, now, how is this a win-win situation here? Like, literally, it is so disgusting how, and I've done posts about child support and pretty much siding with the man, and the women would bash. And I'm just like, that's because we're so conditioned in our minds to think that, okay, since he the daddy, he got to do this and he got to do that. He the one who got me pregnant, and he the one who, you know what I'm saying? And it's so messed up that we think like that. Like, dead serious. Men are out here struggling because of child support. Like,
that's crazy.
Literally struggling because of child support. So just because you see that make six figures, you want them to pay $2,400 a month. Hello, this is real life. Like, wow. Come on, $2,400 a month on top of their bills, on top of if they are married, on top of if they have a household. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't even got nothing to do with a man just being married. But what?
Right. Right.
let me just use me. Like, even for me, the only reason my child's father is on child support, I was a young mother. So I got pregnant at 19. I didn't have the job to get benefits. So I put my child on 10 care. We didn't know that with her being on 10 care and him signing the birth certificate, that it automatically put him on child support. So I took him to court. And I asked the judge, I said, please take him off. Because at the time, me and him were living together. I'm like, can you take him off child support? She says, no. She says, because this is not going to be who you're going to be with. She said, and if you take him off, you can't never put him back on. So literally, the man is on child support. My friends and my mama all them bashed me because once we did break up, I had a good job or a decent job for my age at that time. He didn't. I gave him the card because I'm like, why would I want to? If this man's struggling, and if my child go with him for the weekend, if he can't eat, my child can't eat. So I gave him the card. He kept the card for like maybe 5 years. I'm talking about people ate me up for that. That's the first thing I told my husband about when we got together. When I saw what he was dealing with, then I saw what my dad dealt with. On top of that, when he filed his taxes, he was so happy to file his taxes to get a return, and they sent it to me. I'm happy. I'm like, oh my God, I got an extra return. This man calls me and they're like, he's like, they sent something in the mail. They sent my taxes to you. I'm like, this is like bogus as hell. So I gave him his tax money because at the end of the day, why would I want my child's father to struggle and he got to help me take care of this baby?
Right.
It just don't make sense to me.
Jasmine, you and Shell, y'all a different breed.
You just a taboo though. Like you are a taboo, and women, females, I'm gonna say females that hadn't elevated to a certain mental plateau, they'll be looking at you like, what you trying to get some cookie points on? You want a cookie or a cracker? Who you trying to impress? When it's really like you have to use your cognitive for some purpose. My best friend, I call him Twin. He has had, and I'm telling y'all his business because he wouldn't mind me sharing because he wanted to come on here. He has custody of his kids, his 2 kids by this woman. His whole tax check was taken from him, from rears, from just as Jazz said, like when you get on government assistance, they instantly charge the father for labor and delivery if you were getting food stamps and for Medicaid, Medicare for those children. They open up those child support cases themselves. So it's a lot of men that walked around thinking like, oh, this so-and-so didn't put me on child support. And the woman may have no idea that the man is on child support. She getting a letter and she's surprised just like he is. Yeah. Because I know I hadn't put you on no child support. So, but that's how it happened. But see what Jazz did, like return that man his check. My brother didn't see none of his money, and he got the kids and had the kids 9-10 years, full custody, no joint, nothing. A great father. Then with you giving him the card, like for people that ridiculed you for that, like they're dumb, stupid, and stuck in a whole lot of other places. Why would I want to see the father of my kids suffering if he's doing what he's supposed to do, co-parenting? Because like you said, if he suffers, my child suffers when my child go over there. Why my child over here, we live in lavish and all this kind of stuff.
Yes.
So these women,
come on, let's take it.
My grandma called them alley-bats. These alley-bats, they paint the pictures to their kids like they're doing so much for them, and daddy not doing this and daddy not doing that, because a lot of these mamas have them child support cards hidden secretly. And they got the kids thinking that they doing everything. But when I go over here to my dad's house, he telling me I can't do this because he don't got no money. And then when they get back home, mama saying, well, see, you broke daddy. He can't do this. He can't do this for you. And So now we putting all these seeds in these kids' heads to turn these kids against this man that's really doing all that he can. But you're so bitter mouth. You want him paying all this child support, and he can't really function and pay the bills of his own house. So why would you want to see him struggle if he doing what he's supposed to do by the kids? By all means, just give him that card, because
most definitely
you'll get
Share your
more
freezer. Share freezer.
bees with honey. 'Cause y'all indebted to each other for 8. Often you get married. I've seen this.
Rochelle, your phone messing up a little
Freezer.
bit.
Yeah, it's freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me shout out these folks. Hey, Hollis. Hey, Tamika Rose. Jennifer Davis. How you doing? Shamika Kenyon.
Hello.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Aunt Joyce. Let me read a couple of these comments. I'm gonna come back to y'all real quick.
I'm still free.
Yeah, it's freezing.
I'm
It's freezing up.
still freezing.
Tamika Rose says, I believe so. I believe it's coming out of it though. But Tamika Rose said, I'm getting back pay now for my oldest two, $390 a month, and he's getting a disability check. My kids are 29 and 28 years old. Wow.
Mhm.
Them rears never disappear. That was Shell said. Okay. And she said
They
she's been
never
getting it for 3 years now. Shamika said, yes, someone told me that they was paying $2,100 a month, and he got it reduced only to $1,700 a month for 2 kids. Reduced to $1,700 a month.
She must have talked to my husband.
Oh my God, man.
Because this is real life.
God, some people don't make that a month, man. I mean, like,
glory be to God that my husband does, but like I'm saying, that's for real.
Jasmine,
that's real life.
Man, see that's why, you know, like Shell said, if they bashing you for what you did, man, anyway, Kenya said they won't close his case and his child is drawing his disability, which is more than the original support order.
Kenyon, they're not going to ever close the case. My dad was deceased. From my dad being deceased and me going through all of his stuff, I'm 35. My dad was still paying $20.
What?
They were taking $20 because he was in the rearage. And he was like, at the time of his death, I was like, Mom, my daddy was still paying child support. I'm like, now you know you could have.
Wow.
I'm grown and married.
So the state told J.K. LaRavenford that even if he got custody, that doesn't stop the payments once a case has been established. These folks, boy.
A lot of these child support cases come from miserable women. I just hate to say it. It does. It comes from miserable women. It's not coming from a woman. I'm not saying that all of them, but majority of them are coming from a woman that is mad. It ain't coming from a woman that really, really needs help. I'm just gonna be honest. I sit and I listen. I listen to women talk about how they're mad that their ex is happy now, how they really didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? So they try to make their lives as unhappy as they possibly can.
Wow.
That is my belief on it. Because of what I
did. It's the truth. Now, you do have some flip cases like what Jennifer just said. She said an ex of hers has not filed taxes in years because they told him it would come to her. So you do have.
She doesn't have to worry. He's going to go to jail. That's the IRS.
Wow. And see, hey, my wife will tell y'all, I don't play with the initial people, the IRS, the FBI, none. I don't play with them folks. None of them. Shell, can you hear us? Uh-oh. Let me see. Now we can't hear, but she gonna work on it, but we can see you, but we can't hear you. Wow. And Kenya said he's not in arrears. His case was current when his disability started. Wow. What's up, Sydney? What's going on, cuz? Adrian, how you doing? JK said, same here. He's never filed, and his daughter is 19. And her daughter is 19. Wow. Jasmine. Man, I hate to ask, but is he still having to pay right now?
Who? Lorenzo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely. But it was so much at the beginning, and I calculated it. I was like, this lady getting almost $45K a year. She ain't really even got to work if she don't want to. She was almost getting like maybe between 45 to 50K a year. I mean, that's not a lot of money to make a year, but that's a lot of money to be receiving in that area.
Yeah.
You really ain't got to work because you got a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like when I sit and I think about things, I'm like, because even Lorenzo told me, he said, hey, tell my child's father, he was like, tell him he ain't got to pay child support no more. He was like, tell him he can be off.
Wow.
Because when you have somebody in your life, and not saying that it's supposed to be that person, so if they live in a house with them, Parker is Lorenzo's responsibility. But it just puts me in a mindset of how a real man's mind is set and a real woman's mindset is set.
Yeah.
So instead of me taking him off, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let her have her card. Like, I don't even need her child support card. That'd be a good way for her to be able to manage her money. She can do whatever it is that she wants to do with it. When she want to get her nails done, okay, cool. She want to order something offline, okay, cool. She can just keep her card.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's a good way for her that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Let me see. Jennifer said he hadn't gone yet, and it's been over 20 years. I could have turned him in, but wow. Hey, Alpha. Yeah, DR, that is somebody's salary, $45,000 a year in child support. And I've seen cases to whereas women have basically said that they're not going to pay. Not going to work because they're getting child support. I mean, they boldly stated. I don't understand. And listen, y'all know, wait a minute, it's 2 minutes to 8. So sometimes if y'all haven't caught on yet, around 8 o'clock, I kind of flip the switch and we'll flip it on the other side. We'll flip the coin, because right now we're talking about those who are getting just rear-ended, like seriously, like bad. I've seen cases to where women have literally, and I don't know why I'm trying to find the words for this. The judge know the women have said this and did nothing. Like, I'm not working. I get child support. Like, but you're not the child, man. But I'm not working. That's a lot of money that's coming into this house. Why would I work? And it's just confusing. I don't know if the judge is like, okay, well, she has to take care of the children. So let me ask you, Jasmine, as a woman. And we're just talking about in a simple case now. Just say the woman is not being low down, the children stay with her. The man is on child support. Where should that money go? Is because men, we've had talks in the barbershop to where women are like, well, listen, we got 2 children together, and this light bill ain't cheap. Food is not cheap. So should it go strictly to the children, or is it going to the children by paying other bills like the light bill and stuff like that? What would you say to that, Jasmine?
I feel like it should go to the children, but it going to like some household, with it going to household needs, I feel like that's pretty good, a good excuse as well, because the children live within their household. Now,
Right.
I've heard women say, okay, I had to use some of my hair money, so this payback. And I just be like, what?
Nah.
Like, and maybe my mindset is just different. Like, okay,
It
payback.
is, Jasmine.
But like, what do you mean payback? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I hear a lot of women say that, like, what is payback? I footed that so that, but that's your child anyway. So if this man was to die, where your payback go come from then? You get
Right.
what I'm saying? So as far as like going towards a light bill, going towards groceries, even gas, if they're taking them to school and everything,
Mhm.
I totally agree. But
Okay.
as far as the whole payback thing, okay.
Gotcha.
We reaching.
Gotcha. Hey, Kim. So let me get to this comment. Shamika said, I believe if it's needed, yes, do your part. But to be malicious and full of greed is ridiculous. We agree. We all agree. We agree with that, Shamika. Jakay said, mine owe me 65,000 and they took it down to 48,000 in arrears. He pays 117 weekly. Man, it's gonna be a while before you see that 48. God.
I hope he
Anyway,
got a passport, because he ain't gonna be able to get one.
Oh, we Shell,
Mhm.
can you hear us?
I'm back. See, I must
She
have finna
back.
go too hard on folks. They weren't
What's
ready.
up,
They
Tim?
weren't ready. Because I was gonna take it there.
Hey, you heard Jasmine say, "Go ahead." Hey, we need to hear it
Yep.
because hey, this is the time we need to be talking, man. So let us have it. Let us
So
hear it.
so it's a link I commented. It's change.org. Dads matter number 2. That's a petition I started a little over a year ago. Because one thing we don't think about is we want the men to legitimize a child, signing a birth certificate, but we don't. They don't come with custodial rights. All custodial rights belongs to the mother at birth. We want you to legitimate this child so we can have a person that we can go after, just in case we, the city, need to put this man on child support. We don't want you to sign a birth certificate for you to have custodial rights. We want you to bring that to child support for the monopoly game. So
Mm.
the petition is strictly for fathers to have the same custodial rights to their child as the mother has. It's gonna ask you to donate or whatever. You don't have to donate. You can bypass it. I just need the petition signed. I've been doing this over a year now, and it's been slowly growing. So what I do is I go around to the city schools and speak at Donuts with Dads. I'm big on that. Even though I'm a woman, it's a lot of women out here who see men are better than what the system says. Our statistics doesn't show fathers like yourself or Jasmine husband. They don't show that. They only give the numbers to the deadbeats. The statistical numbers that they have for child support, it comes from the deadbeats. Because if you were to take all the fathers who pay child support consistently, religiously, like it's a monthly bill for them, they're gonna make sure they pay that before they do a lot of other stuff. If you took those fathers out that system will crumble. That system will not exist. The deadbeats don't foot it. So this petition is for those fathers. If I can legitimate my child, I'm telling you, I take responsibility for this life. So why you want me to come down here and pay all kind of fees just to get visitation? Because you didn't pay me $40 to watch me make this baby. So why I gotta come down here and pay a $40 court fee to get to see my baby?
Right, right,
It don't
right.
make sense.
Wow. Listen, hey, so T Bobo, Terrence Bobo. Okay. Um, what's up, Benjamin? What's up, Ben? Tim, how you doing, man? T, hey Bobo, I got to send you a link, man, for you to come on. Um, but either way, let's kind of man. So there are deadbeats out there. And I know the men, they be getting mad at me, y'all. I don't know why, because my wife said, man, you stay taking up for the women. And she don't say it in no disrespectful way, but she's like, if a person say you don't take up for the women, they lying. And I am hard on the men. Because I'm one. I've done things, but that don't mean everybody else has done what I've done. But I'm saying there are deadbeats out there. For them, I hate it that they have this mentality that I'm gonna tell you about one case. It was a dude that told his child's mother, I know you're gonna take care of her. And I think that was probably the only time she heard from her. I know you're gonna take care of her. And just left the child with her. In those cases, eat them up. Eat them up. That's a child. And coming from a man, Jasmine and Shell, while we're making the baby, there's no fussing, there's no disagreements. I've never heard of two people arguing while they're making love or however you want to put it, having sex. I've just never heard of it. It's kind of weird if you do. But after you've impregnated that woman and you willfully choose not to take care of it, now we got a whole different ball game going on now. So we go let the good dudes rest for a second. We need to talk about these deadbeats just for a second. Now, Jasmine, Shell, I could have been considered a deadbeat. In my heart, I wasn't, because I was honestly trying. I tried back then That's when they started, when you had to go online and fill out, you know, applications. You couldn't go to, I was so used to going to the companies and, hey, I'm trying to get a job, man. Y'all hiring? No more of that. You know, you got to go online. And the only people that were hitting me back was other insurance companies, still 100% commission. I'm like, no, I need a salary job where I'm either getting paid hourly or an actual salary. I don't want to do 100% commission. I don't know why to this day, from a natural perspective, nobody will hire me. So I could have been considered a deadbeat. And to be honest with you, I felt like a deadbeat because I couldn't do for my children because I was out of work. But for those who just willfully do it and ain't trying, man, that's a whole different ball game, Shell and Jazz.
I feel like the women go feel a way about this too, but can I say something real quick?
Yeah, you talk. You good.
So when it comes to deadbeats, immediately my mind goes to what made them like that.
Okay.
Now I know that it's a lot of men out here that are just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? But I also know men that have had to deal with so much crap that they just was like, you know what? I wash my hands. So we just get the end of he's a deadbeat. He ain't doing what he's supposed to do. But what did you do to make him get to this point? Because women can be very malicious. Women can be very conniving. And I'm saying this from me being a woman. And I'm saying this from me being a hurt, bitter, mad woman at one point. Because the man that I wanted to be my husband at that time chose somebody else. So it's very easy for us to click that switch of, okay, let me play victim right now, but I'm really villain. And let me blame this all on my deadbeat baby daddy because I know that he's going to get the limelight of being deadbeat. So is he really deadbeat? Or is it that he dealt with so much hell, so much strife, so much unpeaceful nights and days that he'd rather have that label versus dealing with you? I mean, but see, we don't like to talk about that point. You know what I'm saying? We don't like to talk about that kind of scenario.
Yes, when I say Jasmine just brought up a massive point because see, men are built different from women. You can only run a man head into a wall so many times before he say, you know what? I'll just wait till they get grown. When they get grown, but then what that creates is the mother has had so many years to put whatever she wants to put in this child's head. And children are visual. They're visual. So if all I'm seeing is my mama all the time, my mama at things, my mama at donuts with dads, my mama come to the school, my mama this, my mama that. So by the time that child got grown, they're really looking for answers with resentment in their heart. And a lot of kids have met, and I'm a product of this because I have a little brother that's a junior after his husband. He belongs to my dad, but he's a junior. So when he got 19, he had so many questions for our dad that it made it seem like, well, you took care of Ashley, you took care of what was wrong with me because of things that happened in the childhood with these mamas. Like Jan said, women can be so vindictive, and then I'm gonna say we because I don't want nobody feeling. They can play that. I'm gonna say we can play victimized because society gives women the willpower to like, oh, you're a single mother, you're doing this on your own. Oh my God, he did this, he did that. But like she said, what did we do to that man? We playing cat and mouse. We stringing your child over your head. We control. A lot of men can't be controlled, but when they have a child, these men be wanting their kids more than the women. So
Rochelle,
we can you with your child.
Rochelle, let me piggyback off of something you said because we also, I don't know about you, Rochelle, but I was taught, baby, you got a gold mine. You the prize. You sitting on a gold mine. So immediately in our head, we can't be the problem. We can't be. And see, we don't like to speak about this. We only like this. And for all the women that are saying that their baby's father is a deadbeat, I promise I'm not coming up against y'all at all. I'm just speaking from personal experiences that I have dealt with, and me hearing women, and I literally have to look them in their face and I'll be like, you know, you crazy, right? Like, you know, you're literally needing to go to a mental institution. Like, you wanting to cause strife and it's making you happy, you know, that's insane. Like, you're insane. And see, so a lot of people don't like to conversate with me about stuff like that because I'm gonna keep it real. Just because I'm a woman and that's a man that you're not with anymore, I'm not gonna side with you. I'm gonna side for what's right, because right is right and wrong is wrong.
Wow. Hey, y'all hit it heavy. Y'all, I hope y'all heard what she said. She's not coming against people who said that they have deadbeats, because we know that there are deadbeats out there, but they speaking from a whole different perspective. This is just the flip side of the coin. So let me introduce y'all to my guy, Bobo. This is T Bobo. Man, been knowing this dude for some years now. Good dude. We want to hear what you got to say. I always tell people, Bobo, when you come on here, only two things I ask: no profanity, and we respect each other. Other than that, what's on your mind, Doc? What's going on with this child support, Doc?
Man, you know me, man. I'm one of them dudes that was busy when I was young. You know what's going on. So I got 13 different women now. All right, about the deadbeat. You know, I got so many, so I be trying to, you know, fluctuate my time and move it around. You know what I mean? And me personally, they can call me what they want, long as I know I'm trying to do what I need to do to take care of my people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep juvenile court on my back, because I just had one recently on a mistake that they made. You dig what I'm saying? But the child support stuff, man, I really feel like this just they're just throwing a wrench in the game, man. You know, I really don't understand the fact that you want me to pay child support, then when they need something, you still want to call my phone to ask for something. Go answer the door. Answer the door. You good?
Well, that's basically what Jasmine and Shell was saying, man. Like, you know, there are just some out there that just taking advantage of men like that, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most definitely. But I just wanted to piggyback off there right there that I heard. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, the Nifri. What's up, boy? Yeah. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know I'm on the podcast. I asked about the dough, but I'm outside right now. But yeah, man, I just it's just for me, man. I don't know though. But that's crazy though. You know what I'm saying? The child support thing, like she was just saying. You know what I'm saying? How you a deadbeat when you know what I'm saying? You act like I can't come around my kid, but you want to call me a deadbeat. It just, you know what I'm saying? It ain't adding up to me. You know what I mean?
So what you? She don't want you to come around your children. Why? I mean, what's that about, man?
Petty. You know what I'm saying? Petty,
She got built to deal with her no more.
Let me tell you something. When a man is on child support, like literally, I did my research on this for years. Like, because it threw me off when I was going to visit my daddy in jail. I was like, what? This man in jail for what? Literally, when a man is on child support, they have to see their child. Like, I was talking to Lorenzo about that. Like, if the child's mother is avoiding you from visitation, you can get your child support cut off. It is like in the agreement. Either it can be cut off or it'll be cut down. You have to give visitation. It ain't got to be in no written agreement that you two did. It's in the child support. So I hear that a lot too. These men paying child support and they can't even see their kids. How sway?
And they make you pay for visitation, right?
You can hold.
You said what, Bobo?
And they make you pay for visitation rights. When you paying child support and you want to see your kids get some visitation right, they make you pay for that.
They make you pay
for it. So you know, long as you got a court appointed assignment for your case. Right. And like Jasmine said, that woman don't let you see your mama. The women gonna be mad. I don't care. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You can go hold that mama in contempt of court because she's not doing what she's ordered to do. You go hold her in contempt of court and she will go to jail. Depending on what judge you have, that mother can go to jail because she's in contempt of what a judge was ordered.
Even when me and my husband moved here to Huntsville, I had to check in the Tennessee law, like, am I in the radius to be able to move, because I can't move too far because I have to be able to meet this man, to meet him with his child, as our agreement states, every other weekend. I have to meet him. We drive 2 hours to meet him because why? He pays child support every month. He got to see his baby. You can't be saying y'all finna move to Canada. No, you're not. That man gonna be off child support if y'all move out to Canada and you in Tennessee. It's a lot of stuff that men don't know. They sideswipe y'all with this fear of not being able to get a passport, not getting your driver's license suspended, not being able to do a lot of things, and it's stuff that y'all could know to combat that.
You know what? And I'm gonna say this, and I hope it don't offend any man on here. But there was a woman, I believe we was out eating. This was some years back. And she said, you know what y'all problem is? She was talking to the men. We was like, what? She said, y'all don't research.
Yeah.
She said, y'all got a lot of rights. A lot of rights. Like,
it's just that men really don't have the patience. That's why I said a man will throw his hands up if a woman keep headbutting them. Like, I'm just gonna wait till the child get grown. But men have just as many rights as women in the child support system. However, a man will have to be more consistent and more persistent with it. Like, a mama can just go ask for a reassignment of wages, and they're gonna revisit it immediately. Like a father, you're gonna have to go make a court arraignment for visitation. Then you will have to come back, and they're gonna make an arraignment to see how well off are you. It's all kind of stuff. They're gonna try to put you through the hoops and ringers. But a father has just as many rights as a mother. But men don't have the amount of patience to do all of that as women do. So men aren't aware of everything that a woman can run down there and do to them. A man can go do it too. Just like a lot of these underhanded. For instance, ladies, how is it if you say you're on government assistance, but all year you're filing these social security numbers of your children to get the 10 card, to get the stamps, to get the federal aid, whatever it is. But then come tax time, your child is on somebody else's stuff. If a father was low down, he could call the IRS, he could call DHS, and have you in a whole lot of mess. Wow. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry, but tell the truth, gotta shine the devil.
I feel like if y'all have multiple children, let that man file one of his kids. I hear a lot of women say, they live with me all year. Man, I just probably need to stop talking because people don't got the same mentality. Like, literally.
But see, women need to hear this. They need to hear this because all these women, they be in each other amen corner, and that is the blind leading the blind. And then when it's that one friend that speak up to say, like, girl, why do you think like that? That's the one that they want to stop talking to. But I'm telling you, Jasmine, there's women out here listening that's doing a self-evaluation of themselves and say, well, I do that. Well, she right about that. Even if we pissing them off now, they gonna get off this live and think about something. I don't care if it's tonight or tomorrow. Women, if you know you being a bitter mouth baby mama towards that man, let that man see his child, because these children are these men's mental stability. A man stay pregnant his whole life. We don't get impregnated till they deliver us the package. These men lose their mental stability when you pull their child away from them. We have more greater men in the world than we know about, but we'll be quick to walk past a bomb and be like, oh, well, he probably addicted to something. He a drug addict. He is. We never stop to think, could he have lost his way once his child was pulled from him? Could he have not pulled it together because his child was pulled from him? Like me, my daddy didn't play the radio about me. Like my mama didn't. She tried it one time, telling my daddy he couldn't see me. She took me to my grandparents' house, thinking my daddy wasn't gonna come over there and act a fool. He sat on my granddaddy's hood, told him to call the MPD so they could escort me out of the house because he wasn't leaving without me.
How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, brother.
Y'all good?
Hey, Mike.
See, y'all,
What's up,
they
Mike?
already here. Hey, heating up on here, ain't you?
Yeah.
Y'all love my
Yeah.
sisters anyway, even though they out here speaking their truth. Don't be mad at them because they feel now. Leave them alone. But y'all know I'm different.
Talk, man.
It's some women out here that are like y'all saying they are. I don't deny that. But it's some brothers that's just trifling. I know some brothers that get put on child support and quit their job. I know some brothers that won't do nothing but take just child support. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like that's
Yeah.
all they need to do, and that's a lie. Right? You got to do more than just get that little money, and child support get a little percentage of whatever you pay, and that's why it's set up. It ain't set up for the kids because they don't care about our kids. We already know that for a fact. So when the minute you go to do child support, and the brother could be doing all he can when the baby born, but she mad because he got Tiffany and Tiffany on her stuff. Then the mama mad. She go down there and say he ain't never did nothing, and then he get put on child support from the time she said that baby was born all the way up to how old that baby is, and he got to make that baby no matter what. That's just how I go. But I don't believe in going to do nothing free. You know what I'm saying? The child support, you can go down there because that's free. They gonna see you come in and any court system, all brothers get the same treatment. And I don't care how good you are to your kids. It don't matter. As soon as you step in front of that judge, you a nigga that ain't nothing. Excuse me, y'all. But that's just how they see us. We all on the same thing, and we have to prove that we not, which is unfair. So I say get a mouthpiece, and a mouthpiece is a briefcase, and a briefcase is a lawyer. Period. I don't care. I don't care. You get you a lawyer. I don't care if you take them 500, 250. You get you a lawyer, and you let your lawyer, because the judge really don't want to hear from us. They think we ignorant. We don't talk their language. That's just how it go. Period. But if you a father and your kids, the lady said, you do have your rights. But then a lot of brothers just don't care. They don't want to do that part. I ain't have no parents, so I wanted to be the best parent I could be. Just period. I didn't have it. Growing up, I'm talking about as a kid, 5 or 6 years old, saying my kids ain't never gonna have to worry about this. At 5 or 6. And why at a 5 or 6, a brother gotta be worried about how he raises his kids?
Right.
That don't make, but that's where we at. So, yeah, it's some brothers out here taking advantage of and don't have the patience, but there's some brothers out here that just don't care. That's the reason why our kids are amok. That's why, and ladies, yeah, it's some brothers out here. There's some single mothers that put in that work. It is. But there's some mothers out that's messed up and messing their kids up,
Trifling.
especially the young black boys. Especially them. Prime example, little dude had posted like a $100,000 bond. Then he out here killing and terrorizing. This just happened in Memphis a few weeks ago. Then he in court crying. Then they looked the mama up. The mama been in trouble her whole life. Daddy not around. Or maybe he was one of them daddies that was trying to be around, but the mama was trifling. I mean, to me, if you really be around your kids, you're going to do whatever it takes to do that. And yeah, I think it's more fathers that try to do the best they can than it is that don't, but they don't never shed light on the brother that's trying to do right. We all the same. We all the same. If a brother rapes somebody, oh, that's what they do. Not that's what he do, but that's what they do. If a brother beat on women, that's what they do. African lady told me that the African men tell them stay away from them American men, they all gay. And why is it that all nationalities have something against the American black man? What do we do?
Because they feel like we spoiled, man. They feel like we got it easy, we got it made. And I don't think, Mike, that outside of watching who riding clean in a rap video or who got a nice 20,000 square foot house as an NBA player, I don't think they realize how many of us got hunted down by the police, 3-4 years ago, and it's still going on. I don't think they realize how many unsolved cases out there to where we done been hung and beat and even raped by other men, as far as slavery and stuff like that, even up to this day. A lot of stuff not being reported. So I don't think they see in it. All they see is the jewelry, the cars, the men and women, and they think we spoiled, man. We ain't, we ain't got to be in no gold mine digging and stuff like that, but they don't understand, man. You got people that are actually in mines in the U.S. digging. So we still out here working hard. We still out here trying to provide, and we're being hunted. Man, my wife checks on me every time I leave the driveway, dog. It's ain't no telling what we got to teach Prince, man. So they don't see that part, Mike. They think we spoiled, dog. But I wish you could have heard how Jasmine was speaking about her husband, man, the stuff that, she said he did and the stuff that Shell was speaking on, man. Man, people just don't understand it. We're not beating up on the women tonight. We're not. But that was something that I think a lot of women needed to hear. If and I'm saying big IF, Mike, y'all, if you're that type of woman that's doing it to be low down, man, you don't understand. You're planting seeds. You got to reap that harvest. That's not right. Jasmine, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what I do. So my job is I'm a full cycle recruiter. So I actually find the talent. I interview the talent. I can't tell y'all how many people over the last 6 years I've been at that job, how many people I couldn't hire because their license was taken, and you would see grown men sobbing. I ain't saying crying, but literally on the inside, you can hear like, man, is there anything you can do? I need a job. Is there anything? Everybody out here ain't a deadbeat, man. Everybody out here ain't. There's some dudes that really want it. There are some, Mike, y'all, there are, but some of these dudes really want it, man. But some of these folks won't hire them. They won't hire them, dog.
Mm-hmm. Now, this one thing that was like I wouldn't just say a pet peeve, but it was my passion. Any job that I have had in the last 15 years, I've always made sure that I was in position to put other people in position. When I ran Shoney's on Covington Pike, my whole staff, excluding probably 3 or 4 people, everybody had a background. A couple of men came in there, and I gave them the application. They just looked at it, so I knew off top you couldn't read. Me being the GM of the store, I sat there and filled out that application because these jobs put people through certain degree of BS that is not called for. Like, I know the only reason why a lot of these jobs require background checks is because that's just a legal way for y'all to already exit out the type of people in your head that doesn't fit your criteria. And it could be the smallest thing on your background. A speeding ticket. If a speeding ticket made it through traffic court and you was going so fast, depending on how they put it on your background, if anything deemed on public record that you got some type of record, a job will exit you out. So whenever I have worked somewhere and we have to do background checks, I know it's so many ways around it. That's why when people tell me I couldn't get this job because of so-and-so, or I couldn't get this job because of the background, the higher up in a job, you can get past so much stuff if the people at their job wanted to. I've seen district managers come from states away, walk people downtown to personally get a background check so it don't come through our HR department. But this was for their time. So at Shawnee's, all I hired were like half of my shop was Spring Valley and Ridgecrest. If you came to Shawnee's 2017 or 2018, you probably saw people in there that you would have never thought would get off a block, but they were Black men. Our world cannot maneuver, our society cannot maneuver without a man. And our Black men and our Black women, we are such a magical people. We are the only race that can create different shades of people. How majestic is that? That's
Wow.
magical. But we're not taught that growing up. We're not taught how divine we are. And then our society, it only sheds light on the negative side of things. So it have men certain men looking at women like they just against us. Like women like myself and Jasmine, you'll have to run across us to know that we exist, because we're not in the numbers as well. You would have to really know us to know that women like this exist, because most men are conditioned to think like a woman's just against me. She just wanted child support. She don't want to see me do this. She don't want to see me do that. But then you have the women that created that narrative for us to be on that platform with them. Well, a man can't do nothing for me but pay me. This child is, this child is. Like they so conditioned on. I don't even know what kind of conditioning they use. Is it suave? I don't know. But it's messed up. And it's a domino effect to our kids. You think you hurting that man by keeping that child for him. Now at the moment you pissing him off. The person that's really being hurt is the child. That child is being hurt. And the mama ain't seeing it. All she care about is instant gratification to see that man go through turmoil. And these alibats. But bless them. That's all I gotta say.
Where we at now? I'm sorry.
You said what, Mike?
I was gonna say where we at now, and I was talking about this with a friend of mine. These young brothers out here terrorizing the streets of Memphis right now. They robbing, they smashing, grabbing, they killing, right? They young. They young.
Hey, Holly.
So let's just say this particular guy, he 24. He had a baby killed. He ain't had no work history. So the baby can't even get Social Security. The mama has to defend for herself for the rest of her and that baby life. Because these kids ain't even making it to a decent age. They ain't got no work history. They can't get nothing.
Wow.
And now it's worse than it ever been. Back when I was growing up and my parents got killed, my folks just didn't know no better. Both my dad and my mom worked. And my mom had 4 kids and 4 different baby daddies. But you know, when the mama had a kid, we all sister and brother. Regardless, it don't matter who your daddy is. You know, it only matter to the daddy. But at the same time, my folks didn't know what to do. They didn't know to go get Social Security. Because my dad, I think 2 of my sisters knew who their daddy was, and me and another sister didn't. And then I found out my dad was when I was like 4. But what do these young parents do with these young boys that's dying? They ain't got no way.
And it's like, but we gotta research, and I'm not coming up against what you're saying, but it's like so many grants out here for that kind of stuff.
I'm sure you are so right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those grants wasn't even put in place for us. So by the time we reach it, it's too late. By the time we realize it, and because I was 18 when I realized they should have went, so I went to the Social Security office to try to do it. But once you turn 18, it's gone no matter what. And I tell the lady, I don't want what's not mine. I just want from the time my parents died till I turned 18. Now that's mine. You can give me that. But they was like, nah, you 18, it's too late. If you came when you was
The system ain't gonna put their foot on no rules.
the systems, and this is what I was saying last week, the systems has always been made to make us not know, keep us in a barrel.
But I feel like that, and I totally agree. But like once we get to a certain point, we have to research ourselves. Of course, they don't want us to know. But that's why us as a culture will stay in a poverty place, because we don't do research and go out to get it. Like as far as grants, or it's money out there that they giving away that don't have to be paid back. Like I hear people complain a lot, like about or not complain and tell their stories, and I'm like, but dang, we could have done something, could have been done about the situations.
They go
I
back
look
to
at my
this, like we touched on last week. Black folks ain't gonna know nothing if you have to read.
I look at my kids. Some people just don't have the means, or don't understand how to go get help. And then you have the people that do understand, and not everybody, but the few that do understand, and you know who you are, and then you want to charge for the free information that you got.
Yeah.
It's free information. Give it out. If you know how to get somebody to get a grant, put it out there. But it's so much turmoil, and it's so much that you have to give in the information that sometimes it ain't even worth it. Sometimes people don't even have the means. Like when the kids had to be at home to when it was Corona and they had to stay at home, people in the lower communities didn't even have internet, so they had to give the internet for free, but the people didn't even know how to work it. And some of them parents were selling the kids a laptop. So in those communities,
selling their laptop.
yeah, they was selling the laptop.
Wow.
And some people in those communities, they just don't have the means that we have. We are the lucky ones, or we are the blessed ones to have the means or have the go to get up and go get it. Now, yeah, I get sick when I see Kenny going through 5th grade with an iPhone 15 and they can't read or write. They got on Jordans, whatever. And I'm not knocking that. But I also know my kids that come in my classroom who don't have lights.
Wow.
Who didn't eat the next day.
Yep.
Who get out the car because their parents smoke weed and now they in the twilight zone. And they trying to function in a reality that they ain't even there. And let me tell you, secondhand smoke is the worst smoke. It's just the worst smoke.
Sure
So if you're sitting in the car and get high, then you high 2 times than the parent. And now you getting out the car and you trying to function. You sleepy, you hungry, because it has a side effect of it. So I don't know who has the means to get up and go get a free grant. Half of them probably can't read.
When you say the means, you mean the mentality?
Yeah, all the means to just get up and go, to do right. I see it every day. I was trying to tell my 3rd graders that today is that 3rd grade is when it starts. 3rd grade, if you can't read, they put you in a box. If you can't sit down, they want to. And it's more like it's sad to say this, but I'm gonna say it. It's more like a black woman and a white woman thing when it comes to an IEP and a young black boy struggling because he never had any discipline at home. Not that he got a learning disability, but he ain't never been taught. So now we're going to put you in a box. And it's easier because they give a check to that kid. So now that kid receive a check, that parent receive income. So it's easy to say, yeah, my son, he can't sit down. He need this IEP. He need to be put on this medicine that's really driving him crazy. And all he really needed was just discipline. But it's easy to go the route way. Now I see.
Let me ask y'all a question. Because and I know you see a lot of it in them schools, Mike. And again, man, we commend you for being in there. Because I remember I was selling insurance, and I remember one of the teachers asking me, like, "What do you do outside of this?" I'm like, "Really, to be honest, when I'm not doing insurance, I'm with my children." And I asked her, "Why you ask?" He was like, "Because we need more men in the school. We need more presence." So, man, we appreciate that, Mike. Seriously, man, I'm gonna keep telling you that, man. Question for
Absolutely.
y'all. Question for y'all. Robert, let me see. Robert Lee said the Child Support Act was not created until 1975. Now, if you look at that period, 1975, black people or black women are being moved into public housing. 1975, y'all. I was born in 1975. So that meant that people around my daddy's age were being looked at this time, and the Child Support Act went into effect. And I'm gonna ask y'all for y'all honest opinion or y'all honest knowledge. Why do y'all think it was created in the first place?
The child support.
Yeah.
The like Mo said, the child support is nothing but another monopoly. It's just another entity for the government to get money. Like he went down there to get funds that he asked that would have been paid to him had he known about it. But the government is not gonna set themselves up on no rearage because they owed him that from the time his parents died until 18, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
if my child, well, my oldest just turned 19, but if I would have went down to child support had I not had a case set up, um, 3 months before she turned 18, they would have backdated from the time she was born all the way up until that day. So why is
Wow.
what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander? So that's that's really that's really what it is. It's just a money thing because it's not for the child. If it was for the best interest in the child support entity here in Tennessee, if they were to show their banking statements and all the grants that they have housed, they have millions in dollars in just the state and shoot just the city of Memphis child support system. They have millions of dollars banked up. So why a mother is struggling to do certain things, why a father is steady being forced to pay all these large amounts of money when he's doing right by the child, why certain things can't be put in place. The child support system is set really well. That entity has plenty of money. If you go sit
Mm.
in on a city council meeting, because it's public, if you go sit in on some of these meetings and just listen and don't act, just listen, you will hear how much money is within the child support system, how much money is funded towards the jails, how much money is put towards schooling, how much money is put towards single mother education. You'll hear all this stuff, but the child support system was set up just for that. It was a design to break down the black family unit. That's how I feel.
Wow.
I feel the same way. I feel like it was put in place to I know that all races are on child support, but I feel like back in that day, you look at granddaddy and it's like, oh, granddaddy had a family in Memphis, he had a family in California, he had a family in Arkansas. I hate to make it a racist thing, but the white people were seeing this, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like they're like, okay, how is this man gonna take care of all these children? So instead of us trying to figure this out, let's make him do this, even if he can't do this. So I feel like
Mm.
it was put in place to watch the black man fail. I mean, even the men that are not white that I see that are on child support that come into our banking institute, they're like if you see them, you would think they're the scum of the earth. Like, I don't really see people, you know, I hate this. I hate to word it like that, but it almost gives
Yeah.
like trailer park trash, or a man that just doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't have themselves together. But I really feel like it was put in place to watch the damnation of the Black man, because they
Wow.
saw him making all of these children.
What you say, Mike?
So for me, y'all do welfare was made for white women. The fathers was dying or
Yep.
whatever.
It's more of them on it.
But yeah, and
It's
it's
more
more
white women on welfare.
Yes.
Yes.
And food stamps.
Woo, yes.
yeah. It was made for white women,
Wow.
and sisters got a hold of it, and then they got a hold of the free money, and that's where the child support broke in place. If they was getting the welfare money, then the government would put the father on child support. Without it, ain't nothing she can do about it. And all the money that she got, the child support was coming to welfare that she received for that kid. So a lot of it came from that part alone. Brothers ended up in arrears all because she went and got that money. I didn't want that. I paid $1,800 a month. That's how much I had to pay. And I was overpaying, right? We didn't do child support. We didn't do where you went down to go get put on child support. We did it within like the divorce decree. So we our lawyers and talk about it. So this last, and for guys, even myself, girl, look, we getting a divorce, that's fine. I don't want to deal with no court stuff. So just do what's right. And whatever they give you, I can handle that. But she went down there with my check stubs while I'm bringing in all that money, and they based it off that. And it's a mockery for a brother not to show up. If you don't show up to court, then the judge like, he one of them niggas. And you ain't even got to be
Gonna
like
do whatever.
that. You don't, right? You just don't deal with the court system. I don't deal with the police. I'm never calling the police. So if something happened with it myself, that's just how it go with me, because I ain't calling them for nothing. Never. Every time I call. So back to this. That's the law, period. So I didn't go down there. Man, they hit me for $1,800. They hit me for like a month. I was already a month behind from when she left the house. They sent me a letter. You need to pay this. So she was like, I don't feel like he gonna pay. So they took my check. At that time, I'm aircraft maintenance. I think I'm bringing home $8,000 a week, maybe a little more, whatever. They took my whole check. They took my whole check. I got bills. She ain't at the house no more. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So now I'm paying this money. She called me and she say, I don't understand why you stand. So I'm trying to be, you right. We did get this house for these kids. Y'all come on. I'll go get a townhouse. That was my next mistake. I left the house. The judge was like, Mr. Love, I know you trying to do good, but since you left the house, you pay the house note, you pay your child support, and you pay where you live. So I had to pay all of it because I didn't know. I didn't know. So now I'm paying $1,100 house note, $1,800 in child support, and then I got my own bills, and I got joint custody, like 2 weeks at my house, 2 weeks at hers, and no, she did not. You hear me? She didn't. Them kids
Wait
came
a
over
minute.
for
She
2
did
weeks.
what now? You
I
broke
had to
up.
make sure. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all.
I can.
Can you hear
Anyway,
us?
You can't hear
as long
us?
as y'all can hear me. Look, I had to pay this money. I didn't have no choice. So then we went back into mediation because she wanted more money, right? She wanted more money. And this time I got a lawyer. This time the lawyer tell me, Mike, when we go in here, you only talk when I tell you to talk. And when I tell you to be quiet, you be quiet. I said, yes, ma'am. We went in there. She got to talking about, she pulled up my income and she pulled up her income. And in today's time with child support, it's based on how much both parents make. It's not just one no more. So they got to going back and seeing. And then my lawyer looked and said, he's paying too much. He should only be paying, and like I said, I was paying $1,800, but I really should have been paying like $1,200. So I had been paying for like 8 or 9 years. So they did the calculation up, and now she owed me.
Wow.
She owed me money.
Wow.
And so now she started crying because she like, I don't know how I'm going to pay him all this money. And then you said, well, that ain't for us to figure out, but you owe it. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have had that briefcase. I would have continued paying that money if I wouldn't have went and got that briefcase and she knew what she knew. All I'm saying is that if you have the means, and I know a lot of brothers don't, but you make a way to do whatever you can say about brothers. They make to do whatever they want to, whether it's a nice car, fixed up or whatever, nice clothes, jewelry. We do all the things that we want to do, and the things we should do, we act like we can't figure it out. And I've learned from white folks, if you don't know, ask somebody that do know. Put your pride to the side and ask somebody that do know, and they be more than willing to help you. Just like when I went to get my son off of child support, the lawyer wanted to charge me a lot of money, but the black lady that was in there said, baby, if you fill out this paperwork, which I help you do it, and you pay this little fee, they'll go and take them babies off child support, and you don't even need a lawyer. And I sat in there like 3 hours filling out that paperwork with that lady just to get in there so I wouldn't have to pay a lawyer. It's all set up against us. They work together with them, but with us, it's set up against us. And, and that's just why I'm about to see why I can't hear y'all.
All right. So, Phil, before you go, I know you got to go. I want to ask y'all this question.
It's good. I'm staying on.
Listen, Benjamin said, now I got to get to Roberts. Robert said, wait a minute, from 1930 to 1973, the black family man, woman, child, or children were together at a percentage of 96.8%. The black father was in the home at a rate of 95% from 1930 to 1973. That percentage dropped in 1975 to the day where less than 12% of black men are in the homes today. Benjamin Lewis said, man, that's some stats there, man. Appreciate it, Robert. Ben said, my cousin had receipts for all or most money, supplies, and gifts given to the mother before she put them on child support. The judge said those were just gifts, and he still had to pay back child support.
I'm telling you, I went through that with my child's father. I told him, I even was giving him receipts from stuff I bought. They do not care about that.
But that's crazy though, Jazz, y'all. You got receipts. It's kind of like, man, come on, man. And especially if the woman say, hey, don't put them on child support.
They don't care. Because it's a money thing. They do not care. And then just like Mike said, like for instance, and this is I'm gonna put y'all in my business. This is a fresh situation for me. This happened this past September. Me and the father of my children, we had a situation. He kept telling me he was paying, and I was like, my rears is $6,000 to $8,000. So I don't know what you paying. He kept telling me he paying something. I kept telling him I'm not getting nothing. But I've never been the type of person with him, because at the end of the day, I still want to make sure you're alive, healthy, and good for these girls, for whenever y'all mend y'all relationship. So I went down to juvenile court, asked for a printout for every payment that was made to my case number. Got the printout. Sure enough, even though he wasn't making the judgment payments, he was making payments. But what he was getting was receipts of what he paid. He wasn't getting receipts showing him how the arrears were slowly ticking down from the small increments he was paying. But I wasn't getting none of those payments. Those payments was going straight to Nashville, staying in Nashville because they was getting theirs first. So if it was for the child, why I wasn't getting these last five? Like he was paying the small, even though they were small. I'm gonna give credit where credit due. He still was paying, and I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing. Ain't nothing on the card. Nothing never on the card. The card had expired a couple of times. I had to get 2 new cards mailed because nothing is never on it. And it became a joke in my household. Like, Mama, is some on the card this time? Just check it just to see. Because it was like an inside joke in our household. But he was actually paying. But the system wasn't telling him what you paying is not going to them. We keeping it. In the father's head, they're thinking whatever they're paying, no matter how big, how small, they're thinking all that is going to the kids. Now the state gonna get theirs first. They gonna get that off the Whopper chopper, and they gonna sprinkle you down whatever else is left. So that's another thing that breaks down the communication with parents that try to co-parent just to the bare minimum, but they can't because one side is looking like they're lying all the time. They're not gonna send this woman a printout of everything that he has paid. You have to get up and do your footwork and go into the office yourself and ask for a printout. You would think that they would periodically send you a printout like a bank statement to keep any type of confusion down, but they don't. So you have mothers and fathers going back and forward. Both of them aren't telling their truth. He's paying, whether it's $2, like we said earlier, or whether it's the full amount. If something is already owed, they're going to keep what they want to keep. And they're not going to tell the mother about no payments that's been made because she knows those payments supposed to come to the kids. So if it's for the kids, why do y'all keep it? So it's a lot of stuff that go with their child support. So we got me thinking, woof.
It is. So with that being said, I want to ask, and I want to start with the women because I want to hear from Mike too, but I want to start with the women. How much does it take to take care of a child a month?
I would say now this is just my spiel. Of course, when you gain a child to your life, your housing is going to have to be bigger. Of course, you can't. Now, infancy, yes, you can get by with the 1 bedroom with one child for a certain amount of time, but I don't feel like it should be no extreme amount. Like if my child care is a certain amount, okay, let's do the child care. Let's go half on it. Let's do half of everything. Why not do half of everything if we got a good co-parenting system? So if you give a woman $400 or $500 a month for a child, especially when they're young, that's good. That is good depending on the cost of living. But of course, the older they get, when they hit their growing spurts, that's when different amounts have to. We have got to have an understanding there. And then when they get to be seniors in school, being a senior is expensive. It's like it's just certain. It all to do with communication and the cost of living. But because that could be Memphis about to get on California cost of living.
Wow. Jan?
For me, I feel like when it comes to child support and how much should be paid, that's just something that should be talked about amongst the child's mother and the child's father. That's just how I look at it. Whatever, like Rochelle was saying, if y'all come up with, okay, you do half of this, or if you split it, okay, so since I pay this, how about you do child care and their shoes? Or, I mean, I don't know. It's really a hard question to answer. I just feel like it's whatever it is that the two parents discuss. But that takes me to a lot of fathers and mothers can't have discussions of that sort. They don't know how to, they don't know how to talk. So
Yeah.
It's better for the court to do it for them, but I feel like it should be talked about. Me and my child's father just did that. My child's father been paying the same thing in child support since my daughter has been born. I have never raised him. I have ignored every letter because that suffices for us. So it just depends on what they discuss.
Yeah, some of these
Yeah.
mamas out here want a man to pay for their cost of living just for them with themselves. Period. Like if your rent $1,500, you want your child support to be $1,300. Come on now, you trying to have a Section 8 for child support payments? Come on now. Man, Robert Lee is on it. Robert Lee gotta be like a research bureau.
Man, the stat king, he be researching.
So
I'll tell you.
for me,
Yeah.
we need to change the dynamics all the way around. First, I feel like as a culture, we need to just start living within our means, period. It don't matter how much money you make, $70 an hour or $7 an hour. If you live within your means, you can have a good life, period. That's just how it goes. And I think that we the consumer, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate birthdays, we spend all this money on every holiday. 4th of July, we buying outfits. Let's just say we didn't celebrate nothing, and we took all that money and put that money up, which I just seen this, and the guy was saying, we didn't celebrate nothing with our kids. But then when he got to showing the house, one of the kids was in a swimming pool, and he asked them, if you had to go back, and what would you want to do? Would you want to do what we didn't celebrate nothing, save our money, invest it so we can live like this? Or would you want it to celebrate them holidays? The kid said, do it like this, because we got everything. Can you imagine that? How many times we spend money? I can think of the countless times I bought things. And when I say I bought things, my son at 5 had a motorcycle, like a real live motorcycle, like raced. I remember him coming around
Now
the corner, ain't
mine.
have no helmet, ain't have like, just it's what he liked. And I thought that's what I was supposed to do, get them what they want. Like I gave my son a car at 15 that grown men couldn't afford. He driving it to school. 22-inch ribs, custom side, lights all around. And he driving this car like it ain't. And I'm thinking, like, what was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? But when you grow up and you don't have nothing and you hadn't been taught right, then you try to give your kids everything that you didn't have, not knowing that that's really messing up. And what you should be doing is teaching them. Now, you know, my daughter, she's struggling a little bit right now. But my son, that boy, he got it going on. You hear me? He just got an award today. He in the Navy, and he didn't even know he was getting an award. Things that he's doing that set him different from everybody else. However, as hard as I was on him, even though all the things that I gave him, and if I had to do it over again, even with my grandson, you have to earn it. Now it has to be earned. You don't just receive things just because, well, I didn't have nobody give me this, so I'm gonna give you this. You know what I'm saying? But if we take the time and cut out all this stuff that they put on us for us to spend money, then we could live really good. You know, I know people that got more Jordans than anything in the world and can't even pay their bills, but they got the fresh new pair of Jordans. Ain't got no stock in the company, and the stock is on the market. You can go out there and buy it, but they don't have it. So I don't know. That's just where I am with the child support thing. You could talk to you blue in the face. Some people that's just who they are, and they're gonna try to take the easy way out. I had a friend who could work, who was good with his hands. He was blind in one eye, but he got a check from a kid. He didn't want to lose the check, even though it wasn't nothing but about $800 a month. I'm like, man, you can make that in one day.
Man.
but he
Man.
ain't get that checkup to go get that real money. So you have, I don't know.
No, you see it from both sides now. For most definitely, you see it from both sides. Yeah. It's just that what Shell and Jazz was hitting everybody with earlier. It was just the truth, and I don't think a lot of people are ready for that, man. Because again, what I was starting to say about an hour ago, for y'all that know me, man, people would know me, man. They would say, man, you hard on the men. Some feel like I'm hard on the women. My thing is, when you're wrong, you're wrong. When you're right, you're right. But in this society, I'm just gonna be honest. On social media, I'm just gonna use Facebook for an example, or Instagram real bad. There's a lot of women don't think they wrong for nothing, man. They just don't think they wrong for nothing, man. I mean,
I agree.
if you look at the pressure that's put on us to even date, and I'm not talking about me, I'm just talking about in general, to date. I mean, just think about the list that came out. You know, Cheesecake Factory is beneath a lot. Dude, do you know we went to, me and some fellas, me, Robert Humphrey, and some more fellas, we went to Dave and Buster's. We just sitting around the bar eating. And I just decided to ask the lady that was waiting. She was a young lady. I think she was in her 20s. I said, is Cheesecake Factory, I said, would that suffice on the first date if you were dating somebody? She said, no. She said, you take me to no Cheesecake Factory?
You said she worked at Dave and Buster's?
She worked at Dave and Buster's. And that's the first thing Robert Humphrey
And don't
said.
want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. I bet she looked like a dude named Dave and was shaped busted, wasn't it? Cause it be like for real, like so serious. It be these women that ooh, I don't want to. It be the women. It be the women that feel like they are up here. When your breath be smelling like gargoyle toenails, you have on pounds and pounds of makeup. You look like everything dead without the casket. Then you got on 13 waist trainers, your waist past your back wide as a semi. Then you got all these stipulations on what a man should and shouldn't take you. Can you afford these places? Your makeup costs more than the plate you gonna order. Like, be for real. Like, these women, they really need a reality check. Like, for real.
For real, people be thinking I'm all this bougie and stuff, but literally, I begged my husband to take me to Waffle House the other day. Like, it don't take a lot. Like, we can go sit in Taco Bell, dine in, or whatever.
You heard me.
I mean, of course, you want your nice times. But honestly, I'd rather go somewhere laid back because I really get to know you at that point. If we at a 5-star restaurant, we're going to be putting on at the beginning. We're not really going to be our real selves at Ruth Chris or, Capitol Grill. We ain't going to be our real selves there. We're going to be putting on like we're this uppity person. No, let's go somewhere and keep it real.
Mike, so you're a multi-millionaire.
You want to go to these places where the plates come to the table looking like arts and crafts. I can't get full off there. I'm a big girl, baby. I want to eat, burp, and eat again. Like this one, you not finna little plate me. You not finna do me like that. What the
Did she say eat, burp, and eat again?
Yes.
She said. God.
Like you not gonna look plate me like that. Like no. Like come on, you can take me to a buffet.
What that smell like?
But listen, that's why a lot of these women ain't married. Like, this could go a whole different way. That's why a lot of them not married.
Exactly. Like your standards too high and you can barely stand up in these shoes that you want to look cute in, and you want to put all these stipulations on these men. You can't leave the house in your natural skin, but then you want him to come suited and booted and take you to a Ruth or a Chris. You don't even know about it. Nobody named Ruth or Chris, and that's where you want to go. Be for real.
Ruth Chris is pricey. I've been a time before. It's pricey.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like my date can take me there, but he gotta be hood, baby. No, we gonna eat and dash on Nate.
That's good. We ain't doing no dash. We ain't doing no dashing, boo. But you know what I like though is that Jasmine,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
they speak their truth, right? They don't hold back, and I like that. And it make this rounded
Yeah.
when you have two strong black women, and I like the fact that I don't care what y'all think of me. I respect that highly. Continue being yourself because we need it. Even if y'all say something, and I'm gonna speak stuff
Thank
that I
you.
don't like, I'm like, that's who they
We
are.
know.
Man, I might be over here like this, like, oh Christ, but I
Mike,
respect.
let me ask you, man. Robert Humphrey said Waffle House is a staple in the community. You right.
My,
So you, I'm
Mhm.
gonna ask you this real quick, Mike. I know we talking about child support, but I gotta ask you. You dating? Where you taking your first date to, man?
I mean, I'm different. I like good customers.
Hold on.
You know,
Look how you start off, y'all. Hold on.
I love good customer service. Now, if I can
Yeah.
get good customer service at Taco Bell, meaning, and all I get is a bean burrito, but at least I want it. I'm talking about I want my food hot. I don't care where I go. I see a big girl. She be doing a little show. She went and got her pizza home, and I was like, damn, what was the pizza place in your backyard? Because every time I bring my pizza home, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of restaurants in Memphis that's not pricey but elegant, like a place called Felicia's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all heard of that. It's not pricey, elegant.
Yeah.
You go in there and trust me, and I tell y'all this. I've that ain't they thought they had until they went out to a
Yeah.
nice place and was, you know about this, and we the only color in there, but that's Memphis, and it's black cooks.
Memphis
That's
got some nice places.
you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. I like nice. I mean,
Over
don't
there in not Brookhaven, off of Brook. I think it's off of on Poplar. If you turn down this street, I think it's called Brookhaven. It's a lot of nice. It's they're like hidden, really nice places.
yeah they
Yeah,
exactly
yeah, it's a lot of places over there. Guys.
Here in
yeah
Memphis.
Yes,
yeah.
really
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Mhm.
We actually
But just like Jan said, I'm goofy. I don't know if y'all could tell that or
No,
whatever.
girl.
So see, okay, good because
Girl,
I would have
we
to.
tell.
Y'all can
Yeah.
tell. Dang, got to be more careful.
hey,
I
I also can
like to
tell you,
go to places where I can be myself. Cause if it's so quiet in there, you can hear people forks tapping their plates and all that.
Oh,
No,
look.
cause then they gonna hear me
We
chicken
ain't gonna
them.
make it like that because De'Ara, when I say when De'Ara hit that laugh, man, we can't be in no quiet place like that, man. We
Yeah.
can't
man,
be.
you can. Do you not know in some of these restaurants they have like secluded rooms where you could just be in that room, like I'm gonna say this name wrong, but
Where?
it's a super nice place. It's called Ida Beta. It's
Yeah.
above
I
yeah,
know what you're
it's
talking
a
about.
BB King. Now if you go on the side of BB King, you look up, it's got these yellow lights and you gotta walk all the way up these stairs. But once you get up there, it's immaculate. And the
What?
food is it's off the chain. But it's pricey. But they also have where when you walk in there, you sit in this room at this door. So like it's just secluded. Um I mean, it's just a lot of nice places. This is what you like.
And
I'm
it's
not,
called itty
not
bitty.
yeah,
Eat
yeah. Yeah. It's
Oh,
nice.
you
It's called itty bitty.
eat a
Yeah,
beaner?
eat a bean or something like that. But it's
Oh,
super nice. And when I went up in there, like the person had never been, and they like, how you hear about a place like this, you know? But
Mike is
when
such
you
a lover boy.
Man, look.
man, I'm just
Look. So how y'all feel about this? We need to do like how you brought Bobo on here. We need to do one night for women that want to date Mike, and we
No,
gotta screen them before we come on here.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, I'm all
no,
for that.
no.
I'm all for
Mike,
that.
Are
Okay.
you dating Mike?
Yes, sir.
I try, you know,
We
but
gonna
a
we
lot
gonna
of
set
times,
you up
Okay, so we're gonna try you better.
I'm cool, man. You know, I move different. I ain't got time for a lot of people, and that's what they be
a
on me about.
lot. We talking about
Yeah.
one.
Are we gonna
But
skim them down for you, Mike?
a
We gonna
lot of
skim them
people
down.
don't like the fact that I work a
See,
lot.
Mrs. White said, "Let's do it."
That's
No,
because you gotta meet another boss. You ain't dating no other boss.
Uh-oh, you hear that, Jam?
look
You
at
hear
them.
that, Mike?
I'm
hmm
cool.
And I guarantee you, it's a woman that's been watching you for the last few weeks on this show, but she's scared to throw her shot out because it's other eyes
So
watching.
look, I somebody
Ladies, I'm gonna tell
said
y'all now, Michael's like
right.
6'4".
Somebody said something on the show,
He does comedy. He's
right?
a great actor.
I entertained it. Do you know this lady still ain't called me yet? It making me look at her like she weird.
Hold on, what happened?
I had a lady said something to me on the show. I said something back, and trying to reach the lady, but every time I try to reach out to her, I don't never hear from her. Like something ain't right. Like
Cause that ain't the right
what I'm saying,
one. You gotta look at
like
the signs. When God gives you the signs, you gotta pay
Yeah, she
what
attention,
I'm
baby.
saying
toxic.
is what I'm trying to say is
Oh,
stop playing. Stop playing then.
That's why we gonna do this. That's why we gonna do the where they at Mike. Let's get at
where
them
they
Hey,
at,
I
Mike?
was
show.
supposed to be on the show.
Where they
I was
at
supposed to be on the
Mike.
show earlier, but I worked like 48 hours straight. I came in laid across the bed at 4, and then I woke up when I jumped on. And me and my girl Tamiko Rose want to do a dinner. We want to do a dinner for the panel, elegant, and it's not
I need to meet
it's
You
not
her.
hear
gonna
that,
be.
Robert?
We want to hand pick the people that's gonna be in there, and it's like maybe 50 people. Uh, and we want to be able to see if Jasmine and her husband is able to make it down. We and Robert to make it down.
Ooh,
Uh, convenient for
somebody said
Ooh,
Mike is my
Mike.
Mike,
husband.
come on, Mike.
And Hollis,
Come
she's
on,
been
Mike.
on every show and she's
Yeah.
cute.
Mike ain't ready. Nah, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Mike ain't ready for
Look, she said
Hollis.
he's scary. She
Nah.
said the man is scary.
Is that who you were
whatever.
messaging, Mike?
Uh, I don't know. I can't say it could have been. But anyway, we offer that. Got to talk about this. We got to talk about this dinner, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And
Drill Petty.
I hate that I missed it because you know what I'm saying. Clint, you ain't gonna blow your
Your,
show up on
your
me,
phone
man.
messing up.
Who mine is? I don't know. That's the devil.
It was Hollis that he was messaging.
Mrs. White is real petty.
That's why you girl.
Oh,
That's the one who
Okay,
he
so
been
Hollis,
messaging.
Mike
hey,
works. He works a job. He's an actor. He's a
Stop.
comedian. He loves children. He's about 6'4". Mike, you was 6'3",
Stop.
6'4". He's spiritual.
yeah.
How tall are you, Mike?
See,
6'1".
6'1".
Yeah,
That's still a good height.
I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
it's still a good house.
Hey,
Anyway, we got to do this dinner thing, y'all. We got to do this dinner thing.
okay.
You know, we talked about it. We definitely got to do it. I fell asleep. That's my bad. So I got to call Tamiko because she be about her business for real. So we talked about it. We gonna
Mike, you don't remember I came ready for poems to y'all.
You said what's
you
up?
did what?
I was asking Michael, do he remember I came read? I'm the lady who read the poem to y'all at Tamiko Father's brunch.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Do you
yeah, that's
Tamiko puts together some amazing
yeah.
events.
So
Heart of gold.
And I appreciate it because Mike hit me up. Today is Wednesday, so this must have been Monday. Monday, he was like running it by me, and I'm like, man. I told De'Ara yesterday. I said, man, it's awesome that people want to do stuff like that, for you. And it was like, man, we want to do it for the panel. My boy Robert Humphrey, that's one of my best friends. He's been asking for a year. When is the meet and greet? And, that was when Liddell and Nikki are still with Clint Speaks, and he been asking since then, like, when we gonna do the meet and greet? When we gonna do it? So, Mike, man, I hope I don't just sound needy or hungry, but bro, I want to do it, man, because there's people that want to see us, man.
Me and Tamiko, we got this. We already talked about it. Ain't nobody got to come out their pocket with nothing. It's just something we want to do. You know what I mean? And so we was saying that we like folks and just make it elegant. And we have a night of Clint Speaks and talk about different topics and involve the crowd in it. I think that'll be cool.
Make sure it looks aesthetic because I like aesthetically pleasing places.
Hey, you know we gonna get.
It gotta be 5 stars.
And we definitely want you and your husband to be there.
Yeah, we'll come.
Yeah, so that's how we gonna do it.
That's what's up.
So we can set a good date, and that's what we were supposed to do before the show. Set a date and see what fits everybody, and get this ball rolling.
Cool.
So yeah.
Cool. Dear, we look, you already know, woman.
I'm quite sure Miss White behind the scenes trying to get Hollis at the dinner already because she want the hair and the thumbprint. We got you, Mike.
Look at y'all wilding out.
And she's cute from what I see.
Man, Hollis been supporting, man. I'm telling you, she been supporting. And to her accreditation, she really just started asking about Mike. So
she said, I'm gonna call husband Mike Love. Shout out to the panel. Oh
man, look here, man. Look.
He got a job and a wife from Clint Speaks.
Y'all tripping.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
You don't mind him being a working man, do you?
Man. Look.
Right. Because I'm on my way to Chicago in the morning, and then I got to come back, and I got to work Friday and Saturday, and then I got to leave back out and go back to Chicago to film this new show I got. And the new show is huge, you hear me? It's really big. So shout out to the new show. Shout out to my man Worldwide, because the show is about some Pakistan guys. And
he is serious.
Yeah, it's big.
Oh, I love it.
Hey, I was just finna tell De'Ara Jasmine.
She laying the scene.
Hey,
like Hollis do not play.
I like the vibe. The Mike, this is the first time we didn't see him blush. Mike been a killer all that life, man.
Yeah.
Look. Mike just started getting his schedule already. They ain't even just changed number. Look, I'm gonna be in Detroit. So I'll be back around 4:30. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else in our inbox, you know what's up?
Well, I met De'Ara. That girl had the code to the garage, and man, I'm showing her my bank account. Man, I'm talking about we married now, Mike. I feel you, boy. Man, get his schedule. I'm back around 7:02. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be back.
That is so funny.
I love it. So, Mike, get us. This is what we do, Hollis. Hey, if you ask Jab and Weez being them plays, man. Soon as we can get a break from the living room, we so Brandon, how we tripping. Tripping.
What?
But anyway, Mike, I want to talk about that, man, because I Jasmine, Shell, y'all probably agree with me when I say this. Yeah. I already knew who she was. Look, we ain't going nowhere. So look, I wasn't playing no game, Mike. I saw that. Look here, man. I got a question to ask. What we do before she even get the ing? What we do? I said we dating. I already know who you are. You just need to find out who you are. I already know.
That is my favorite question to ask. What we doing? Because I don't need to get confused up in here. What we doing?
To this day, ain't no other female been over here, and ain't no other female gonna come over here. This De'Ara house.
I know that's right.
That's how it is. So Hollis, We go holler. We go holler at you.
Yes.
And I'm gonna talk to Mike. You know, Mike gonna call me. I'm gonna call him. So I'm gonna holler at Mike. And
I love that for y'all.
yes, sir. This is the first time I done seen the boy Beard come online. Man, that junk kind of. We're gonna take him back to the barber shop in a couple of days, man. My boy, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna get off Mike. We're gonna get off Mike. Look, dear man, cracking up. With all due respect, y'all, all jokes aside, man, I love y'all guys, man. This has been beautiful, man, these 2 years. And for y'all to come on during it every week for this last month or so, man, I appreciate y'all. And Mike, you and Tamika, man, I appreciate y'all guys, man. Real talk. Because y'all
It's
y'all
time
could have
to
just did it
elevate.
for the acting community or something. Man, to think about
KISSING.
It's time to
First come
push
love,
forward.
then come Mary.
Then come Mary. Then come a little Mike in the baby carriage.
I ain't never seen Mike all 6'1", 250. I ain't never
I
seen that
love
man
it.
blush, man. I'll tell you. But it's all good, man. Look, we got to talk about that date though, Mike. I'm gonna take you up on that, man. I appreciate it. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
you right, Miss Hollis. You right, Hollis. We through. We through.
We through.
She said, "Get off the main now." That's how D area about me. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you something, Hollis. Real talk. All jokes aside, it's been a couple of cats that came on Clint Speaks, and it seemed like it got a little disrespectful. Man, Mike was on that horn. They must don't know you got backup out here, buddy. I said, hey, they must don't. We ain't even got to the family yet, but Mike ain't playing about me. I don't play about Mike. That's how we are. So yeah, we like that.
Miss White is so petty. I gotta go do dinner with her at a place we comfortable with. Cause man, I love it.
Oh boy, I'm loving it. Man, look, have y'all ever seen a podcast like this? And I'm giving God glory now. Have y'all ever seen a podcast like this, man? Because most podcasts, Jasmine and Rochelle, they go talk about relationships all day long, and that's them. They go talk about what's going on in the world all day long. Man, you don't know what you go get on here. You don't know. Man, folks literally be getting saved. They be getting delivered. They be getting blessings. Folks get jobs. Folks getting checks. Man, I
Folks
see
getting love.
folks getting love out here. Yeah. So, you know, it's all good. It's all think about it.
Then it's like I'm gonna go a little step further. Then it's like he chocolate and then she red. Even though we don't want to do the skin tone thing, they look like a peanut butter cup.
It's getting crazy.
I love it.
Me too.
Crazy.
And she's short and he's
Mike,
tall.
how old are you?
Too old, 49.
How old are you, Hollis?
Don't
Because
look
I
it
love it. Because I'm 35, my husband 47. That's just like a perfect match.
I think Holly's like 30.
That's the age, you know what I'm saying?
30.
I love it. I can't wait to go on her Facebook page and stalk her.
Hollis ain't nothing to play with y'all. I thought it was about I thought it was about Hollis ain't nothing to play with. And when I say go speak her man all the time at the drop of a dime, and it ain't a crime, bars. That's Miss Hollis.
I love it.
Hey, because if you ever see how she be posting, man, she is so crunk, man. She be messing with folks just to be messing with them. She'll say something stupid.
Miss Pet, now that's Miss Pet. Miss Pet.
But she know her sports too. That's the crazy part. She be tripping.
You like sports, Mike?
Yeah, you know. Especially if
y'all
though.
get to go to the game.
Yeah. I like sports. It's my thing.
We can put something else under the Clint Speaks resume. Love Connection ain't got nothing on us. We're gonna hit you with a spiritual connection.
Like, are you?
No, not really.
Oh, and if she ain't dated either, and then y'all come together and then have sex, it's gonna be electrocuting.
I'm about to go. I'm about to
She said they're gonna do a tuba movie together.
go. All right.
Hey, some telling me this junk gonna be shot at the house. I've never wrote a play with two people. I'm tripping, y'all. I'm trying to stop, but y'all,
love it.
Y'all crap.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all get to
I love it.
Quinn, he killing over there.
boy.
Hold on, but Hollis ain't turning it down, honey. She just
I mean,
laughed.
after tonight, ain't no other woman gonna come in on a Clint Speeds trying to get in Mike, cause Hollis is on here with projector goggles. She be on every live for real.
She really do. So you
Watch.
know her, Rochelle?
A real supporter. Yeah, she's we've been Facebook friends for a while. I've never
So we gotta make sure
we
she.
don't personally know each other, but she good
She
people.
said night night, y'all. Finna call Mike and tell you good night.
All right, so that's our cue to get up off of here.
Period.
We finna go. Mike,
Yeah,
Let me find out these folks already know each other. We think we done.
hey, real talk, Jasmine. Said, hey, y'all, we gonna get together, y'all. When can we get together? Like, I don't want to do a conference call. We just, I don't know y'all schedule. When can we just talk about it, Mike? Y'all,
yeah. I mean, whatever convenient for y'all.
I'm good whenever.
because we gotta let Robert know too.
Yeah, I don't know, because that's really the main thing. You know, Jasmine and Robert, it fit their schedule. You know, so
Yeah.
All right, we'll definitely talk about it, but we'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know y'all got to get to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna let y'all get on, man. It's been a blessing, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all's week.
Oh, Mike got off because she called.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Oh,
y'all.
okay.
Yep.
Oh, she calling. All right, bye, y'all.
All right, y'all have a good